Walmart spent 14 years and over $1 billion trying to succeed in Japan. They closed in 2020 and went home. Carrefour, the French retail giant, tried for 8 years and gave up in 2005. Tesco from Britain tried for 9 years and surrendered in 2011. Toys R Us, Sears, and a dozen smaller foreign retailers all tried and failed in the same window. The Japanese retail market is famously unforgiving to outsiders. Costco, the American warehouse retailer, opened its first Japanese store in 1999. As of this video, Costco operates over 30 stores in Japan, generates over $4 billion in annual revenue there, and is one of the highest performing retail chains in the entire country. The Japanese market did not change. The other foreign retailers did not get unlucky. Costco did one specific thing that nobody else did, and once you understand it, you will see why every other approach was structurally doomed. To understand what Costco got right, you have to understand what every other foreign retailer got wrong. The conventional approach to entering Japan, used by every major retailer for the last 50 years, has been to localize. Japanese consumers want different products than American consumers. They want smaller package sizes. They want presentation and packaging that meets a very high cultural standard. They want freshness. They want politeness. They want a particular kind of service. So Walmart, when it entered Japan in 2002 through its acquisition of Sayu, spent over a decade trying to adapt to Japanese consumer expectations. Walmart stores in Japan looked different from Walmart stores in America. The product mix was different. The packaging was smaller. The service standards were higher. The pricing was less aggressive. This made Walmart in Japan indistinguishable from any of the existing Japanese supermarket chains. There was Aeon, there was Ito-Yokado, there was Daiei. They had all been doing exactly the things Walmart was now trying to do for 30 years on Japanese soil, with Japanese supply chains and Japanese management. Walmart's only differentiator was its global scale, which mattered to Walmart's executives, but not to Japanese shoppers, who were comparing the Walmart in their neighborhood to the Aeon down the street. By any measure that mattered to consumers, the Japanese chains were better. Walmart was a worse Aeon. They could not win. Costco did the opposite. Costco's stores in Japan look exactly like Costco's stores in America. The buildings are enormous warehouses on the outskirts of cities, accessible by car only, in a country where most people live in cities and walk or take trains. The product packaging is American-sized, which means absurdly large for Japanese homes. The pizzas are sold in slices the size of a Japanese dinner plate. The bulk tubs of mayonnaise weigh more than some Japanese refrigerators can hold. The hot dogs at the food court are American hot dogs, served with American mustard in an American style. Costco also requires a membership card. To shop at Costco, you must pay an annual fee. In a country where loyalty cards exist, but membership-only retail does not, this was, on its face, a strange ask. By every piece of conventional wisdom about the Japanese market, Costco should have failed harder than any of the retailers that did fail. They violated nearly every rule that the consulting firms warned foreign retailers about. What Costco understood, that nobody else did, was that the Japanese market did not need another Japanese supermarket. The Japanese market already had dozens of excellent Japanese supermarkets. What the Japanese market was secretly starved for was something that none of the existing Japanese chains could provide. The Japanese market was starved for the experience of American excess. Japanese consumers know what an American Costco is. They have seen them in movies and on YouTube. They have heard about the giant pizzas and the bulk tubs of peanut butter. They have heard that there are samples and that the rotisserie chickens are inexplicably cheap. When Costco opened in Japan, it did not try to give Japanese consumers a smaller, politer version of what they could already get from Aeon. It gave them the actual Costco experience. Same enormous warehouse, same enormous packages, same hot dog at the food court, same membership card. It became a destination, a weekend outing, an event you took your family to. The closest Costco to most Japanese cities is 40 minutes away by car, in a country where most people do not have cars. Going to Costco became something you did on a Saturday with your family or your friends. You drove a long way. You spent 2 hours inside. You bought too much food. You came home and laughed about how much food you had bought. This is not what Walmart was doing. Walmart was trying to be a slightly cheaper Aeon. Costco was trying to be a Saturday afternoon in America, recreated on the outskirts of Tokyo. Walmart was solving the wrong problem. Costco was solving a problem nobody had named, but everybody recognized once they were inside the store. The membership card, which conventional wisdom said would never work in Japan, turned out to be one of the things Japanese consumers loved most. The annual fee made membership a small commitment, which gave members a sense of belonging. The card was something you carried in your wallet, something you showed at the door, something that made the visit feel slightly exclusive. The membership renewal rate in Japan is over 90%, higher than in the United States. The strategy here is worth examining carefully. Costco did not localize. Costco internationalized only the parts that had to be internationalized for legal reasons, like labeling and import compliance. Everything else was kept American on purpose. The Americanness was the product. Removing it would have been like removing the cup from a cup noodle. The novelty was the point. The lesson generalizes far beyond Japan. When you are entering a foreign market, the standard playbook says to adapt to local taste. The Costco playbook says the opposite. The Costco playbook says to identify the part of your offering that local customers cannot get from any local competitor, and to preserve exactly that part, even when the consulting firms tell you to soften it. Walmart could not win in Japan because Walmart's actual selling point in America, which was hyper-aggressive low pricing made possible by enormous supply chain leverage, did not translate well to a country where supply chains were already efficient and consumers cared more about quality than about saving the last 20 yen. Walmart's only available strategy in Japan was to be a worse version of an existing Japanese retailer. Costco's actual selling point in America was the warehouse experience, the bulk packaging, the membership ritual, and the sense that you were getting access to something special. None of these things existed in Japan, in any form. Costco was not competing with Japanese supermarkets. It was competing with itself. There is a deeper structural point here that applies to any company entering any new market. Before you adapt, ask whether the thing you are adapting away is the actual product. Sometimes the thing that looks like a quirk is the entire reason customers love you. Removing it to please the new market is not adaptation. It is a slow form of erasure. Costco won Japan by being aggressively American. Walmart lost Japan by being apologetically global. If you found this interesting, subscribe. We go deep on the strategies companies use to win in markets where everyone else has failed. Drop your request in the comments. Thanks for watching.